sound working, Pool? 1, 2. Okay. I don't know who's responsible for what. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome tonight to the preview of our election manifesto. As you all know that we announced that we will launch our manifesto tomorrow in the capital city of Tshwane, Pretoria. And tonight we have the Acting Secretary General, Deputy Secretary General of the ANC, Comrade Jesse Duarte. We have, of course, the President of the African National Congress, Comrade Cyril Ramaphosa. Other officials are on the campaign trail. As of today, in different places, we'll connect tomorrow in Tshwane. Comrades, order please. Thank you very much. We're going to start right away with our program as we're running behind in terms of time. Like I said, the main focus in terms of our preview is on our candidate process, and the President will speak about that. And without any waste of time, ladies and gentlemen, in terms of our program, I'm going to allow the President to speak to us in terms of the preview, and that will be followed by a brief introduction of some of our candidates we have selected out of the rigorous selection process ANC have undergone. Thank you very much to the media, ladies and gentlemen, and to Pule. And we also have the convener of the ANC Youth League, Nongeba, who's with us here tonight. Nongeba being here tonight is a reflection of our candidate selection, that we have a lot of young people in the candidate selection. Mr. President, the stage is yours. Thank you.
Thank you, Comrade Fikile Mbalula. Acting Secretary General, Comrade Jesse Duarte. Members of the National Executive Committee who are here. Our candidates who are here for the local government elections. Friends and comrades. It's a real joy to be here tonight. Comrade Mbalula says this is a preview of our election manifesto. It's actually a preview of our candidates. We've brought together a small group of our candidates, 16 of them from across the country, who are a really good selection of the nearly 10,000 candidates that the ANC is fielding across the country who will contest the 2021 local government elections. These are our 16 candidates who are being presented here today, went through a very rigorous process and a rather robust democratic process of selection where the most capable and committed representatives were chosen to work with the people of our country to build better communities. In choosing candidates for the next term of local government, the ANC was determined that we should deepen community participation in the process and assign oversight of the selection process to an electoral committee led by the elders of our movement. We went through a process where we felt that we wanted candidates who enjoy the confidence of the people they are expected to serve, candidates who are deeply rooted in communities and who have a strong record of service, but who also demonstrate a great deal of potential about what they will deliver in the future. We want our candidates to reflect the great diversity of the South African people, reinforcing the reality that the African National Congress, more than any other political formation in our country, represents the interests and the aspirations of the South African nation. This is what we have here among these candidates who are going to be presented as a really good example or sample of the candidates that we are going to field. At least a quarter of our candidates are young people, a quarter meaning 25% of the nearly 10,000 candidates that we are going to field, with our youngest candidate being just 20 years old. This, for the African National Congress, and indeed it should be so for our country as a whole, is a phenomenal achievement. To get a crop of young people in this day and age, when many young people are moving away from political engagement and activity and are concentrating on things that are underpinned by fun and all that, to get a crop of young people who are saying to the nation, we want to be counted as those who are going to serve our people. These young candidates will bring greater energy and innovation to local government as the third tier of the structure of our broader government. And they will also bring a far deeper understanding of the needs of young people. Our young candidates will be joining hands with an experienced core of older councillors, enabling us to build on the gains we have made. They will learn from our mistakes, for we have made mistakes, and that we are admitting. And I spent the better part of the day explaining to our people that in Ekurhuleni, that our local government structures in the main have sought to deliver to our people, but in the course of doing so have made some errors. And our people are well accepting of this, because as humans and as structures we do make mistakes, and that we are saying these younger councillors are going to learn from the mistakes that we have made. But what they are going to be able to do for the African National Congress and our people as a whole is to take local government to a higher level and into a new era. It is significant that more than 90% of people who registered recently, when the IEC opened registration day or weekend, 90% of those who registered were young people who registered as first-time voters, and a number of them were under the age of 30. We commend the young people of our country for making this important patriotic act by investing in the future of a better running of our communities and also of our democracy. 46% of all ANC candidates here are women. confirming the ANC's commitment to gender equality and the achievement of a non-sexist society. While this in itself is a great achievement, we will not rest until at least half of all ANC candidates and at least half of all ANC representatives at the public level in all spheres of government are the women of our country. For the women of our country are in the majority population of all the people who live in our country. It is also significant that there are 41 local and district municipalities where women candidates make up between 55 and 75% of all ANC candidates. We commend the ANC structures throughout our country, particularly in those municipalities where 50% or more of candidates are women. And these women were chosen on merit. These women were chosen because of what they can deliver. The provinces of Eastern Cape and Mpumalanga did particularly well in this regard. The selection of ANC candidates for these local government elections is an important moment for the renewal as well as the unity of our movement. Our structures have been very firm, removing those with criminal records from our candidate lists and seeking to place capability above popularity. At our 54th conference, we did say that when we next select people who should represent our people, we should elect and select people who are capable, people who distinguish themselves by what they can do, rather than how handsome they look, how good-looking they look, but as people who are capable to represent the aspirations of our people. We must acknowledge that the selection process was not without any difficulties. And of course, the media spent quite a lot of time splashing some of those challenges that we went through on the front pages of newspapers. We're an open organization. And yes, like many other organizations, we went through our own challenges. But you know what? Through all that, experience is garnered. We learn a lot more and get better and better at doing things. There were several disputes about the process, allegations of undue interference and isolated acts of violence and intimidation. We deeply regret these instances and are going to work to ensure that they are never repeated. The various disputes and challenges do not represent the ANC candidate selection process, which for the most part was democratic, was inclusive, was diverse, and was free as well as being fair. Even under the limitations imposed by COVID-19 restrictions, ANC branches diligently undertook their responsibility to do everything they can to select the best candidates. Through the Electoral Committee, led by former ANC Deputy President Kgalema Motlanthe, we will continue to improve our candidate selection process and deal with lapses and shortcomings that may have become evident during this period. Where there was wrongdoing, we will act firmly. This morning, as I started our election campaign in Ekurhuleni, I met a number of comrades who were holding up placards, who were complaining about the selection of certain candidates in a particular area. And I was able to talk to them and indicate to them that we would like the election process to go ahead. And we should all allow the election process to go ahead. And in the meantime, we will be investigating everything that has to do with the complaints and the disputes that our people will have raised. And where we find fault, where we find wrongdoing, we will act. And if it does, in the end, result in any one of our leaders being implicated for wrongdoing, the National Executive Committee has declared that we should act. And if, for instance, a candidate who should never have been chosen or nominated to hold a particular position, we will act as well on that. And our action will be fair, it will be straightforward, and it will be aimed at correcting whatever wrong will have been done. So, friends and comrades, today we celebrate the 85th anniversary of the birth of Mama Winnie Madikizela Mandela. Since her passing 3 years ago, we have sought to honor her memory by, among others, renaming the town of Brandford and William Nicol Drive in Johannesburg after this mother that we all love. But the greatest honor we can pay this stalwart of our liberation struggle is to follow her example of steadfast commitment to the poor and to the marginalized in our country. As we introduce the ANC's local government candidates this evening, the 16, we call on them, as they are seated here, to honor the principle of selfless service to which Mama Winnie Madikizela Mandela dedicated her entire life. The hopes and aspirations of people in communities across South Africa rest with these candidates that we have before us, as well as the thousands of others across the length and the breadth of our country. We all have high expectations of them. I especially have very high expectations of these candidates who are sitting here, who are going to be presented to you all, and also to introduce themselves. I would like to hear whether they can speak or not. So I have great expectations of them. I expect that they will go out there and dazzle all of us and truly represent the aspirations of our people in local government. We expect them to display leadership as they go out to convince voters to vote for the ANC, and as they inspire our volunteers through their example of hard work, discipline, and dedication. I envy you for where you are. I was just a mere 30 years old when I was chosen to lead mine workers, much older people than me, who had worked on the mines for years and years and years. It was an honor and a privilege to serve the hundreds of thousands of mine workers in our country. And as I look at you today, it just rekindles that spirit that I felt in 1982 when I was asked to become General Secretary of the National Union of Mine Workers, and when I was elected by those mine workers. And today, seated as you are, and the many other young people who constitute 25% of the core of the candidates that we are going to field, I would like you to be filled with that sense of honor and privilege as you go out to represent our people. We would like you to listen to our people and engage with their problems. I want to repeat this. We would like you to listen to our people and engage with their problems. But above everything else, we would like you to respect our people, to pay due respect to them, because they come first and you come last. Never ever think that you come first. Never ever think that you are better than they are. And never ever think that you are better educated than they are. They are much more educated than you are. And as young people, display your energy and your commitment in serving them. And we don't want you to make empty promises to them. I stood before a number of our people in Ekurhuleni, and I said to them, we are not going to be making empty promises to you. We are going to tell you what we have done in the past and where we've come short and where you must tell us we need to go. And of course, when we launch our manifesto tomorrow, it is a manifesto that has been drafted through the participation of our people, and our people are telling us exactly what they want to see. Would like you to tell our people that you will work with them, and you will work with them to find lasting solutions to the problems that they may have. We instruct you to be the embodiment, you seated here and the nearly 10,000 candidates that we are fielding, that you should be the embodiment of ethical servant leadership. That you should be the ones who are going to fight against corruption, stand up against corruption and mismanagement, and continuously improve the functioning of local government. And that you should be the best councillors our nation has ever seen. And of course, as you get into your positions, you will find that you are getting to work in local government structures that have become dysfunctional, that have either gone bankrupt, that have not really fully delivered to our people. Your task is to fold your sleeves and make sure that you work to change the trajectory, the process, the direction of our local government structures wherever you are deployed throughout the country. And we demand of you that if elected, in fact I should say when elected, I repeat, we demand of you that when you are elected, because you are going to be elected, that is a reality. And throughout the 5 years of your term, that you should stay close to the communities that have entrusted you with the solemn mandate that you are going to be given. Of course, once you are elected, we are going to spend more time with you. We are going to induct you properly. I myself will get involved in that process. The Acting Secretary General will get involved in that process. We are going to cook you. Ons gaan julle cook. We will cook you so that you become the fit and proper councillors that our people want to see. We want you to remain in constant contact with the residents of our local government cities and towns, providing information, providing answers to questions that they have, and addressing the concerns of our people. As part of the renewal of our movement and to strengthen local government leadership, we have implemented a rigorous interview process to select ANC mayoral candidates. Now, this is a new process that we've inaugurated. In the past, our elected structures, either in the form of our regional executive committees, our provincial executive committees, would send 3 names. And they would even send them in order of preference. The number 1 is the one they really wanted. And then the other 2 are just, by a carpanje. They are just, they are just taking the top one along. Now we've said no ways. Some of you may well be candidates for mayorship amongst the almost 10,000. Now we are going to embark on a rigorous process of finally choosing the mayors for our 256 local government structures. It's going to be an involved process. At other levels, the metros and important municipalities, top leadership, the officials of the national officials are going to get involved. And at other levels, the provincial, the PCs and the RECs. But they are going to be rigorous, and we are not going to drop any balls. We are going to pick the best, the cream of the crop, to make sure that we get the very best. So if you are the greatest popular one, you are not guaranteed to get the position of a mayor. And you are also not guaranteed to get other positions once the process has come to an end. This is the new era. This is the new era that we are ushering in for local government. And this time round, we are very serious. Very serious because what we've been through has demonstrated to us that we need to do more. And that's exactly what we are going to do. Now, this process is to ensure that every person who is placed in this crucial leadership position in an ANC-led municipality has the experience, the capability, and commitment to fulfill that very heavy responsibility of being at the helm of the governance of our municipalities. Tomorrow evening, we will launch the ANC Manifesto, our pledge and our joint program with the people of our country to build vibrant, sustainable, and safe communities. It is these candidates, the almost 10,000, and these 16 really young candidates, when elected, who will be our master builders. Their tasks will be to correct the mistakes of the past, and working together with national and provincial government, we will expect them to build strong municipalities that involve and serve all the residents in our country.
And that there is the president of the ANC, Cyril Ramaphosa, previewing the election manifesto
of our country to engage the candidates that we are going to field about the ANC manifesto and their plans, the candidates' plans to improve our people's lives. I spent the better part of today in Ekurhuleni dealing with precisely those types of issues. And on Monday, the 1st of November, let us go out in large numbers to vote ANC and give these candidates that we are fielding a clear and overwhelming mandate to build better communities and to achieve a better life for all. With these candidates that we are fielding, we could not have chosen more capable candidates. And I am confident that these candidates are really going to deliver a much improved, much better local government structures throughout the country. And our hopes are also pinned on this crop of 25% who are young people that we have deployed. And it's a real joy to even have a convener of our National Youth Task Team of the ANC Youth League here today. And she felt that she needed to come and check on us and to see whether we are fielding you correctly. So she's here today to make sure that it happens well. So thank you very much. I wish you the very best of luck. And tomorrow as we launch the manifesto, it is going to be in your hands to make sure that that manifesto is implemented. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. President. Tomorrow is going to be a humdinger of ideas, a humdinger of conversation with the nation. It's business unusual, straight to the point, no ambiguity, clear direction. When the noise from the weekend has died down, reality starts to sink. And that reality will be announced by the President tomorrow about the direction this country will take in local government in the next 5 years. Thank you, Mr. President. Without any waste of time, Mr. President, would like to call Celeste King to come forward. She will be followed by Kagisho, Sonyoni, Mujalifa, Puti, Benjamin, Khopani, Mamidu Pitifo, Tsepiso Mpehlo, Amigo, Carla Wood, Fiona Abrams, Sbongile Makushe, Ben Makola, Maripe Mangena, Skumbuzo Mabaso, Christian Custans, Victoria De Beer, Sheila Mabale Huma will be the last. Celeste King, the stage is yours.
Good evening, fellow South Africans. My name is Celeste King. I'm coming from KZN, all the way from a community called Wentworth. I'm the incoming councillor, ward councillor for my Ward 68. I am 33 years of old. While young, both youth and female, I'm also a young entrepreneur. I run a construction business. I am the secretary of the Youth League in my ward. I also run an NPO called eThekwini South Youth in Business, which I'm chairing that. We do outreach programs. We do we give youth learnerships and help them find jobs. So I'm also currently working with DSD. We're in partnership with them. We have been awarded to run one of their biggest youth center in our community. Organizationally, I'm part of the RTT, which is the task team for the region. Thank you. Oh, my pledge for today, a pledge to do and be better.
Kagisho, Sonyoni, come forward.
Good evening, comrades. I would like to extend my heartfelt gratitude to all members that are here within the hall. Good evening, Mr. President. Good evening, members of the ANC National Executive Committee. My name is Kagiso Sonyoni. I am a 26-year-old ANC councillor candidate from Solplaiki municipality, which is located in the Northern Cape. I hold a Bachelor of Commerce in Economics, an honors degree in Economics, and I am currently registered with the University of Free State for my Masters in Economics. I currently serve in the ANC Youth League RTT Regional Task Team of Francis Bard. I am the provincial ANC research team member in Northern Cape. I am a former member of SASCO in Northwest University, and I am also a former member of the Young Communist League in Solimasle branch. And I am also a former lecturer from Solplaiki University. I pledge to deliver services to our communities promptly, and I also pledge to remain accountable at all times. Mr. President, I can assure you that we are the future and we are the current. We are going to deliver to our people. Amandla.
Thank you very much. Kagisho will be followed by Mojalifa Puti.
Greetings to Comrade President, the DSG, the COVID Protocol Officer, Comrade Mbalula, and fellow South Africans. My name is Mujalafa Buti. I'm 37 years old. I come from Machabeng local municipality in a mining town of Nyagalong, Allendrich. I've been recruited into the ANC Youth League at the age of 9. I've served the better part of my life serving our people. I've been a leader of the branch of the ANC Youth League. I've also led the region of Lejoliputswa as the regional deputy chairperson of the Youth League. I've also served in the provincial executive committee, and I happen to serve in the last elected national executive committee of the Youth League that was recently disbanded. Let me hasten to say that I have joined local government at the age of 21 as a finance clerk. I moved on to become an IDP acting LED officer, and later on I was appointed as the IDP officer in Lejoliputswa district municipality. I was later elevated to be the district coordinator of community development workers in the office of the premier in the Free State. I have also served 7 years as the member of the provincial legislature, with the first 5 years being ANC whip, constituency whip, dealing directly with masses of our people. And in the recent 2 years, I have been elected as the chairperson of committees, affectionately referred to as chair of chairs. I am now seconded to Machabeng local municipality to be sworn in as the ANC chief whip. I have vast experience. I've been taken by the ANC to University of Jose Mate in Cuba, where I was taught political economy, which is a course that is meant for ANC leaders in Cuba. I also hold a national certificate in municipal IDP and also in LED. I'm currently studying my Bachelor of Arts in Philosophy, Politics and Economics. I am a dedicated and hardworking leader of our community. I have also served in various social structures. I even own a soccer club called Nyagalong All Stars. Perhaps it might replace one of the recent teams that have just lost. That is on a lighter note. I have also served for 9 years as a leader of the Regional Executive Committee of the ANC in Lejoliputswa, in my capacity as the Deputy Regional Secretary. Later on, I became the Deputy Regional Coordinator. I'm currently the deputy convener of the IRC. So my pledge, I will have to take the one from the president, is to be an embodiment of an ethical servant of our people. I thank you.
Thank you. Benjamin Khopani.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. President, Deputy Secretary, and everybody who's in here. Good evening. My name is Udirile Benjamin Khopani. I'm from the Northern Cape. I'm from the Northern Cape under the local municipality called Katlung. I served in the BEC in the Northwest as a treasurer in Ward 33. I served as an EDP member under the Women's League, the LGBTI. By the way, I'm the only LGBTI ward councillor in the whole province. Within the history of the African National Congress, it has never transpired. I'm the first. I've been serving as, currently I'm serving as the acting provincial spokesperson in the Northern Cape under the LGBTI. I was an assistant teacher for 3 years. I'm been helping my community a lot. Every year I'm buying uniform for the underprivileged kids. I'm also doing aftercare. So currently now I'm contesting to be a ward councillor in Ward 6, Wiluli Singh, Northern Cape.
Thank you very much, Benjamin. Mamudupi, Tefo.
Thank you so much, Program Director, Comrade Mbalula, Comrade President, DSG, NEC members who are present here, ANC Youth League represented by Comrade Nomkaibo. Thank you so much. My name is Mamidupi Tefo, a PR candidate for Capricorn District Municipality in the Limpopo Province. I'm 40 years of age. I've graduated from the University of Limpopo with a degree in BA in Human Science and Social Services. I'm currently registered for honors degree in Development Studies. I have completed a certificate in Executive Leadership Development Municipal Program from the University of South Africa. I've also completed and attended an online seminar for economic governance from the National School of Governance, sponsored by the Chinese Academy of Social Sciences. I have 10 years experience in local government. I'm currently the Chief Whip of Polokwane Municipality for more than 8 years. I also served as a member of Mayoral Committee responsible for sports, arts, culture, and special programs in the Polokwane Municipality. I was tasked with a responsibility, serving as MMC for special focus to champion the implementation and the development of policies which are advancing the vulnerable groups within Polokwane Municipality. In terms of leadership position in the African National Congress, I'm currently the REC member of ANC in the Pitekam region and the RWC member. I served as the member of ANC Youth League also in the Pitamagawa region. I also served as SASCO member, REC member of SASCO in the Capricorn District region. I was also elected the regional treasurer of UNISA SRC Limpopo region. ANC Limpopo region. Comrade President, I must also say that I went through the interviews, those of selecting a mayoral candidate. And I must say that the panel appointed by the NEC has recommended me to fill the vacant position of executive mayor in the Capricorn District region. Comrade President, I'm being sworn in on Wednesday as the executive mayor to finish the current term. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Tsepiso. Amigo.
Should I take off my mask? Thank you very much. Good evening, fellow South Africans. Good evening, Honorable President. My name is Amy Amigo. I'm the incoming councillor candidate for Ward 88 in Ekurhuleni. I'm 35 years of age. I'm the owner and the founder of the Sparkle Foundation, a NPO, that it's a leadership and it's a leadership and program that's dedicated to transforming the world one girl at a time. The Sparkle Foundation is a youth development, entrepreneurial, and leadership program. I facilitate dignity programs. I also hold a dignity facilitating certificate. I'm also the community forum chairperson in our community. I'm an entrepreneur and I specialize in cleaning, waste management, piping and engineering. I'm currently studying towards a business management degree and I'm a first year theology student. I'm also a member of the Chambers of Commerce in our area. I made myself available as a ward candidate to serve our people, to restore the dignity of our people, and to rebuild, to unite our people and make them believe that change is inevitable. We are struggling under the current council and we need change in our community. We need change in our area. Change only happens when we change our minds and avail ourselves for the change that we want to see, for the change we would love to experience. So to our ward, to my ward, Ward 88 in Ekurhuleni, let us go out on the 1st of November and vote ANC. Let us go out and vote for change. Amandla.
Carla Wood. Thank you, Amigos. Do you know that song, Zatuming Canon? Zatuming Canon. You are a canon. Yes.
Yeah, this is nervous. Hello, my fellow South Africans. Mr. President, I am very humbled to be in your presence this evening. Very, very humble. I think it's a dream come true tonight. I am Carla Wood. I'm representing Ward 15 from Birchley, Kempton Park, Gauteng. And I want to not just change what is happening around us. First, you have to be the change to make the change. As for the youth that is struggling today with the unemployment, it is a big problem. But I know if we stand together, like the ANC always does, as a family, you are the family away from our family. Thank you so much. I'm very honored to be up here tonight and look forward to keeping up the good work and making South Africa proud. Amandla. I pledge today to be available to my people 24/7 a day. Whenever you need me, I shall be available. Thank you so much. Amandla.
Thank you, Fiona Abrams.
Goeienaand Suid-Afrikaners, goeienaand president, leierskap. Ek is Fiona Abrams en ek is van die Weskaap, so 'n klein dorpie genaamd Pella, so op die borders van die City of Cape Town, so klein bietjie buite Atlantis. Nou ek was deel van die heel laaste elected NEC Youth League, saam met Comrade Pule, so ons was nog die laaste elected. Dat was die TTTC. We are the original still. So I was part of the NEC and the NWC. I led governance, and then we were disbanded. Let me not speak about it. I'm 39 years old and I consider myself a young person. I don't consider myself an elderly, and I don't want you to just take young people till 35. We are still young. We have experience. I'm an experienced councillor. I've been in council for the past 10 years. I serve currently as the finance portfolio whip. I'm a sub-council whip in the metro or in the city of Cape Town. We have sub-councils, and I'm a whip of a sub-council. I'm the media spokesperson of the ANC caucus in the city of Cape Town. I'm holding an honours degree in development studies, an honours degree in public management, a degree in project management. So that is just part of my experience that I bring to council. I'm also a part-time lecturer, teaching or lecturing young people on municipal admin and public administration. I'm part of a foundation called Lungile Mochwana Foundation. We are using sport in the Cape Flats to curb social ills. We know that in Cape Town we have gangs, lots of them. So we are using sport as a vehicle to change that. Currently, we are sitting with a big problem in the city of Cape Town. We know that the budget is not pro-poor. It's not addressing the needs of our community. So the appeal is that come 2nd November, we are taking over the city of Cape Town. We are making that budget pro-poor. We are making sure that land is given for social housing to make sure that our people have proper housing. We are making sure that communities actually participate in the IDP and not just a tick of a box. So, Mr. President, our pledge is from the Western Cape, the city of Cape Town, that we will make sure that that manifesto are changing our people's life. We will make sure that it is implemented, because the DA has no plans of implementing a pro-poor budget. So our pledge tonight is, and that is why I've taken this pledge, a pledge to form a sustained working partnership with communities, because that is what's lacking currently. NGOs, private companies, to the benefit of local communities. Amandla.
Comrade Pule, thank you. Fiona. Thank you. So, ladies and gentlemen, tonight we are with the real influencers. The people who do the real stuff. I might be an influencer because I appear on TV every day. But influencing people and leading them is this substance we see today. Doing things for people. And engage in NPOs and all of that. And this is the inspiring story that is coming out here tonight. The next person is Bongile Makushe.
Now you are yellow like me.
Thank you very much, Comrade Figile. I am very tall. How do I put this thing here? Good evening, fellow South Africans. Good evening, the President, the NEC of the ANC, the Youth League, and everyone that is present here. My name is Sibongile Makushe from Mpumalanga. I am 38 years old. I listened to the ANC, if I could put it like that, at some point, Comrade Figile, when the ANC said we must push for skills development. I therefore chose to become a mechanic. I did mechanical engineering, so I'm a mechanic. I moved from there. I went to Transnet. I'm a train driver, qualified train driver. And thank you. Because we are saying we must have a skilled youth, so I figured we take that route. When I was in college, I led the SASCO. I was the first president of the Ehlanzeni FET when the FETs were merged, the technical colleges. I believe I still remain the only female president of that college in Mpumalanga to date. Then I led, obviously, the ANC in my branch, the ANC Youth League. I led, still leading the ANC Women's League and the ANC in my branch. I am in the subcommittee of the National Young Women's Desk. I'm in the provincial desk of the young women as well in the province. I am a PR councillor from 2016. The community has decided that we not only want you as a PR councillor, but this time around we want you to be a ward councillor. So I have been elected or as a candidate councillor for the ANC in Ward 33 in Bombela. I have been, thanks to COVID, the chairperson of caucus, because the caucus chairperson could not work with the computers. so as a young person in that space, that was my advantage, so I became the caucus chairperson of council. So it works in our favor sometimes, all those things. So yeah, that's basically it. And I pledge, comrades, because if I were to go on and on, I'd now tell people that I was also in business. I led in the Youth Chamber of Commerce and Industries and the charter in my region as well. So it's a lot of various issues we're dealing with to ensure that we assist particularly young people and women so that they get into the business space, so that they get empowered, so that they get skills. So I pledge today, as a serving councillor, that we will remain accountable. I pledge as an incoming that we will stimulate local economies and deliver services promptly and consistently. I thank you, South Africa. Vote for the ANC.
Thank you very much, Sibongile. Ben Makola.
Good evening. Good evening. Honorable President, comrade, good evening. Now, I'll start by saying my name is Ben Makula from Mpumalanga. And then, I'm staying in a municipality called the Govenbeg municipality. That is a local municipality. Now, in that particular municipality, I was the MMC for finance. I led the Spluma. If you need the land, you will come closer to me. I am leading that particular Spluma. And then also what I am doing is that I am in the office of Chief Whip. And all the policies of that particular municipality that is governed Begi, they are under my hands. And then also at Harrismande District Municipality, I was also in portfolio of finance. I was also in MPAC, investigating issues to make sure that everything goes along so that we can avoid other issues that are so terrible. Every day they talk of and so forth. Now, my ability of task that I need to tell the comrade in here is that I was the president of Athletics Mpumalanga, the whole Mpumalanga, Athletics Mpumalanga. I was the president. And for 2 terms, it was 8 years full. And then it happens that in that particular years, I took athletes to France. We call it Province 2, to tour. It's French. I took people and I made them qualified. When they came down in South Africa here, it was during the time of June. I took those athletes because they were training in France. They went to Durban. Now, they won the Comrade Marathon. The name of that particular athlete is Sipho Ngomane. Then if you know that history, then you will remember that. So, that tells you how do I work with people. Right. My qualifications are, I have done and completed bachelor that is called BPed Agric in Science. 1. I've done also a certificate in agricultural science in Union College. I have also, where we are here around, done the BTech in finance. I have also collected the advanced certificate in municipal management. That's advanced certificate, ne? And then the other certificates that I have collected is a national certificate in IDP. You see, that is governmental work. You see, can you see that? So that's all what I have collected in my hands. And that makes me to work so well with people, and I implement what I have learned in the particular municipality. Now, in those two municipalities, what I can tell you is that I've got an experience of 10 years, ne? But in fact it's not 10 years, it could be 20 years. Why? From 2011 to date is 10 years, ain't it? But I'm saying it could be 20 years. Why? Because I was holding two municipalities, district municipalities and Government municipalities, all those municipalities that are working in. Can I lastly pledge? Because I work with the community, I work with people, I love working with teams. As an innovator, I pledge to say, service delivery, it is in my hands. Service delivery, it must not just be in my hands, it must be now. Now is promptly. And it must not be just promptly, it must be consistent. Chairperson, I thank you.
No, that is an experience. Maripe Mangena.
Manda. Thanks, Comrade Program Director. Let me extend my greetings to Comrade President, the DSG, the House at large. My name is Comrade Maripe Mangena. I come from Ward 27 in Greater Zanani Municipality. About myself is that, well, I am bringing to the ANC a committed, a visionary, available, hardworking servant of the communities. My qualifications are, one, I am a former teacher, qualified at the College of Kwenamuloto, but I also studied with the University of Pretoria on management. I also boast a number of certificates from various colleges, private colleges. Currently, in fact, I must also indicate that I had enrolled for a honors degree that I did not complete with the University of Pretoria. Mark said we must talk about it. We are doing so because it's not a secret. And I believe that we also have quite a number of experience collated from the period of time that we have served in the municipalities. My political profile, the most important thing is that I did serve as a member of SANSCO before it was SASCO. I think Balula might be knowing about that. South African National Student Congress. And I also served in the Student Representative Council at that college. I served as a member of the ANC Youth League from 1990 when it was unbanned. One of my most memorable times that I'll go to rest with it is that I was discussing with Comrade Febe. I was part and parcel of the first national conference of the ANC Youth League in the country at the Kwandebele College of Education. It remains my inspiration. But I'm also serving as a member of the BEC where I live. I've been serving since 2009, and I'm currently the chairperson of the ANC sub-region in Makshope, awaiting the next conference. I have served in Sanko, the civic organization. I've served in SATU. I am serving in different boards in my community and around my locality. And on local government experience, Comrade President, I have got 10 years of service to the community as a ward committee member. 8 years of which I was the secretary since the TLC up to 2006. I served 10 years as a ward councillor. I served 2 years as a chief whip of the municipality. I'm currently serving as a mayor since 2016 to date. And I must indicate that one of the best things that we are proud as a generation of councillors in Greater Zanin is that since 2016, there are no scandals. We have seriously improved financial management. We have improved seriously public participation. The community of Zanin currently has got serious confidence in us. In fact, if you were to phone anybody in the community and ask about the collective, you would be convinced that we are doing very well. I want to also highlight that since we came into office, there is no single legal case initiated during the period under review that we have lost. And for that, the community is very proud. Therefore, our pledge would be that I pledge to spare no effort in rooting out corruption and nepotism in all its forms and malfeasances in the local government and our organization, Mandla.
And Tate Maripe, thank you very much. Skumbuzo, Mabaso.
Thanks, Program Director, Comrade Bax, Comrade President, Comrade DSG, NEC members, Comrade Nongeba, NYTT. Comrade Bax, I'll be short. I'm struggling with my voice a little bit. I was doing a lot of loud hailing in my province. I'm part of a mobilization unit in KZN. So we had a provincial outreach program. So I was loud hailing. My name is Kumbuzo Mabaso. I'm 39 years young. I'm a current PR councillor in the city of Umhlathuze in KwaZulu-Natal. I'm serving as a chairperson of MPEC. One of the things we are proud as this current leadership of Umhlathuze municipality is that we've assisted the municipality to obtain a clean audit this current financial year. Before that, I had worked as a manager to the office of the speaker in the same municipality and in different positions in the municipality, starting in 2004. And I became a councillor in 2018. I'm a former provincial executive committee member of the ANC Youth League in KwaZulu-Natal. I'm a current branch chairperson of the ANC in North 22 AP Mtsenjana branch, and I've led the SACP, the ANC Youth League, the ICL in the branch. I hold the diploma in public management from the TVET colleges, and I also hold the national certificate in construction contracting. Comrade President, my pledge tonight is that I pledge to listen and to have open channels of communication at all times. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Victoria De Beer.
Thank you very much. Greetings to our South Africans. Greetings to everyone that is in the hall. Mr. President, DSG, and a very important person, the convener of the ANC Youth League. The reason why I'm saying she's very important is because, Comrade Nongeba, you guys have made sure that we are moving from 20% to 25%. Mr. President, my name is Victoria De Beer. Ik kom van het klein dorpje af in Parijs, Skonkenville, in the Vrystaat. I'm currently a PR candidate for Mwate municipality that consists out of 5 towns, which is Parijs, Heilbronn, Koppes, Vredefort, and Edenville. I bring vast experience to the local government. I became a ward councillor in 2011 when we were still advocating for generational mix. So I became a part of the generational mix. I became a ward councillor at the age of 23. Then 2016, I came back as a PR councillor. I served as a chairperson of MPEC in Ngwathe municipality. But before I went to council, I started as a finance intern at the very same municipality. I came back and was seconded to the district of Dabi municipality, where I became the mayoral committee member for environmental health, for finance, sports, arts and recreation. I became a mayoral committee member for LED, local economic development. In the same municipalities, I am now currently acting as a chief whip of the ANC. I am currently a PEC member of SALGA, and I am currently the chairperson of finance, overseeing the finances of the whole municipalities in Free State, as young as I am. When I say as young as I am, I started at 24 years in local government. I'm currently now 34 years. So thank you, Comrade Nongeba, for making sure that I come back. My experience, I became a SASCO. I was a deputy secretary in Dabi region. I became a member of the NYTT and NWTT after the disbandment of Comrade Bule Mabe. Fortunately, I came back as an NEC member of the ANC Youth League. At the age of 25, I became an REC member of the ANC in Dabi region. At the age I was person of that region. And currently, Mr. President, I'm so fortunate that every time, even when the disbandments and when there's RTTs and things that are placed there, I always find myself in there. So it means that the ANC has invested in us. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Victoria. You know, a person was appointed as a Minister of Finance because his surname was Van Rooyen. Sheila Mahal, no, the rand did not drop when it was Van Rooyen. When they saw the real Van Rooyen, it went wah.
Yeah, thank you, Program Director, Comrade Mbax, Comrade President, Comrade Jesse, and all protocol observed. My name is Sheila Mabalehuma. I'm from the fastest growing city in Africa, that is Rustenburg. I'm going to first start with my political credentials. I'm from the preparatory school of the ANC, which is the ANC Youth League. I first started as the member of the branch, the secretary of the branch, and then I was the member of the Regional Executive Committee of the ANC Youth League in the former Eastern Region. I became the member of the Provincial Executive Committee of the ANC Youth League, Northwest Province, and of course we were disbanded. After Comrade Bule were disbanded. I was a member of the Regional Executive Committee of the ANC in Bujanala region, the member of the RWC in Bujanala region, and then I'm currently the deputy coordinator of the ANC in Bujanala region, the IRC. I served at SASCO as media and publicity chairperson of SASCO, and then at Vista I was the deputy secretary of the SRC at Vista University where I studied. And as to my academic credentials, I've got BA in psychology. I studied at Vista University, Mamelodi campus. I studied higher diploma in education. I studied masters in public admin through University of Pretoria. I studied CPMD through Wits University. I studied executive leadership program through University of Pretoria. I studied negotiation skills at Turin in Italy at ILO. And as to my experience in local government, I think I'm the longest serving councillor with 20 years of experience in local government. I'm the alderman, yes, alderman. I started being a councillor at 2000 in Rustenburg local municipality. I served as the speaker in 2011. I became the chief whip of the ANC and the single whip of council. I was the member of the mayoral committee responsible for budget and treasury office. I was the member of the mayoral committee responsible for LED, members of the mayoral committee responsible for planning and human settlement. I served before at Salga, before it was Salga Northwest, it was Loga, Northwest Local Government Association. I was a member of Loga, and I'm currently the PEC member of SASCO, of Salga, in the Northwest Province. I'm the chairperson of Human Resource. I also serve as a member of the National Executive Committee of Salga Bargaining Council. And at Salga Bargaining Council, I'm also the chairperson of Finance and Human Resource Committee. As to what I'm pledging to the people of Rustenburg, I pledge to remain accountable to the people, because that's what's important, to be accountable to those who've elected us. With all those few words, I would like to thank you all. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Have I jumped somebody? Tsepiso?
Fellow South Africans, I've always wanted to say that, President. I'm always inspired by you. Okay. My name is Tshepiso Mphehlo, from Mahikeng, Ward 21, in the Ngakamudiri Mulema region of Northwest. This is my profile, the political profile. I once served as an SRC member at Redibone Secondary School. Then served as the branch chairperson of SASCO at Northwest University. Then proceeded to be the first regional convener of SASCO in the same region. Then afterwards I went further to be the regional deputy chairperson of SASCO. Then went further also to be the PEC member of SASCO in the Northwest Province. I served as well as the provincial committee member of the YCL, the Young Communist League of South Africa. And I served as the branch ANC Youth League chairperson way back. Currently, I'm serving as the shop steward of Nehau, as well as the deputy chairperson of the branch at the Northwest Provincial Legislature. I served in the ANC structure as the branch deputy chairperson, then went further to be the branch chairperson of the ANC in my ward, in Mahikeng, Ward 21. Then currently, I'm holding the position of being the branch convener of the ANC. Then my academic qualification are as follows. The most important one, OR Tambo School of Leadership. I've done all the preliminary qualifications. I do carry a project management certificate. I also have a BA degree, Peace Studies Relations. I carry also the master's degree in social sciences in international relations. Then my work experience, I work as a writing consultant at Northwest University. Currently, I'm serving as the caucus researcher in the Northwest Provincial Legislature. I'm the incoming PR councillor of Mahikeng, Comrade President. Possibly. So, Comrade President, 30-something years, when you were 30-something years ago, you led mine workers. Today, I'm 30 years old. I want to lead something. I want to lead my country somewhere. I want to lead my city, Mahikeng, somewhere. I think most of our people, we are aware of the situation that is happening in Mahikeng, where I come from, the capital city of the Northwest. It's associated by potholes, no lights. It doesn't reflect what a capital city should be. But what Karl Marx said, Comrade President, as I said down, Comrade Marx, he said, if we have chosen a position in life in which we can most of all work for mankind, no burden can bow us down because they are sacrificed for the benefits of all, then we shall experience no petty limited selfish joy, but our happiness will belong to the millions. Our deeds will live on quietly but perpetually at work, and over our ashes will be shed the hot tears of noble men. Comrade Nonaiba, kale re batla motšhini, currently motšhini o fitlhile mo matsohong a rona. We are going to lead South Africa where we want to lead it. The pledge e ke beang today, Comrade President, ke promisa ke tshepisa le batho ba Mafikeng in the province as a whole. I pledge to deploy the action oriented and honorable men and women who are committed to service delivery. Ke a leboha. Amandla.
Thank you. Our last candidate is Christian Castens.
Take this off here. Must I stand here? Yeah. Okay. Thank you. Good evening to all South Africans, Mr. President, Comrade DSG, and our other leaders of the African National Congress and the ANC Youth League. I'm Christian Carstens. I'm 20 years old from Jeffreys Bay, Koga local municipality in the Eastern Cape. I am currently contesting as a ward candidate for Ward 8, the strongest ward of the Democratic Alliance in Koga. I hope to make a dent there, at least get some votes. The reason that I've decided to run for ward candidate is to inspire young people to be more active in politics. We definitely need more young people in politics. To help improve the lives of the working class, and to advance the national democratic revolution, to achieve a national democratic society in South Africa. Thank you, comrades. Amandla.
Yeah. Thank you very much, comrades and ladies and gentlemen of the media. I don't want to conclude. I will ask the President to conclude, having listened to you. I think the President has spoken well in terms of the preview, so I don't want to spoil it. So having listened to our candidates, I'll give the President an opportunity to conclude today's proceedings. Where is the doctor? Where is your...
Dozed in. Thank you. Thank you to all of you for this unprecedented opportunity. We've never done this before. We've never this opportunity being presence of the young people are going to be contesting for elected positions, and particularly in local government. So this for us is historic, it's unprecedented. So tonight you are making history. In fact, you have made history. You've made great history, and I'd like to applaud you and thank you for making yourself available. When on this occasion, kept saying, why are we doing this? But today I realize, after hearing you all, that we've just the unbelievably best candidates that any party could have. Really bowled over. And I'm not impressed when people stand up and present themselves. I say, we've had it before and so on. But tonight you really won me over. In fact, you won me over. So your side. And I'd like to thank you for all the things filled with a deal of hope. Comrade Jesse, to us, we're just saying, the future is now secured. You are the future. And I've been writing a book about these things in local government, but now my final chapter is going to be the best, because you are going to represent the chapter. And I really thank you. Even before the work, I can already our government is really going to be in good hands. That 20% that is going to make yeast, unlike so when yeast power it's and right and become and better, more delicious. So that's you are the yeast that we in local. And thank you much for being here. And what brought us tonight is just fantastic in this world. I won't even put you to what you have committed yourself to. You are going to live exactly what each one of you said you are going to do. So thank you, Comrade Buck. This was an moment, Comrade. Thank you so much. And I'm glad Comrade Nongeba is here. Now convinced.
Mr. President, ladies and gentlemen of the media, we normally candidates we don't know. Come along and see. And they've said we are too deep in our reserves. Planned we have had this, some here. We are now pushing